Hello and welcome to this brand new episode of Whiscast Wednesdays, the podcast about games, movies and stuff. I am Matthias.
My name is Alan.
And my name is Søren.
And today we will be entertaining your earlobes with some news and 3 topics, one each. And hopefully you will like it. Yeah. So let's get right into the section we've all been waiting for. The news.
Oh, it's time again.
It's that time.
Oh, yeah.
It's
The
time.
news.
The news.
No.
Yeah, okay. First off, we've got Overwatch has an official launch date, and it will launch on
24th of May.
Yeah, 24th of May, 2016. And it will cost $60, and it will be released on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC, of course.
It costs €40 on the website.
On the website, not on Steam?
On Steam?
Their website or what?
It says right here it will cost $60.
It's €40 when I go on the Blizzard store.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Maybe cheaper on
Then
Blizzard.
it's cheaper on there.
That's unconfirmed. But anyways, it'll have an open beta as well.
I have to sneeze.
It's a
Go for
sneeze.
Look at the.
I don't have to sneeze anymore.
Okay.
Oh, that's great.
It will have an open beta on May the 5th.
Until the
Which
9th?
What?
Isn't it until the 9th?
Yes, it's from May the 5th to May the 9th.
Yeah.
Didn't they just have a closed beta, open beta, whatever?
It's an open beta from May 5th to May 9th.
Yeah, but didn't they just have an open beta?
No, it's closed.
No,
Closed beta, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They still have a closed beta.
Oh, it's still in progress right now.
It's still going. It has been going since November, October. I've been in the beta since October, November.
So, okay, fair enough.
And then there has been some open weekends, but whatever.
Yeah.
Alright.
In other news,
Yeah.
apparently some game called Bear Simulator raised $100,000 on Kickstarter, and now he's decided to not update the game anymore. So backers got the game, and he sold the game on Steam, but apparently people hate it, so he's just gonna stop updating it. He doesn't like
That's
all the
a
drama.
cunt move.
Yeah, it is.
If you're doing that, you should...
Give all the money back.
Isn't there some way to actually take the money back?
No.
I'm pretty sure Kickstarter can do such a thing.
Yeah, but that may be out of Kickstarter's own pocket. But
Okay.
you cannot take the money back from the developer. Yeah, we've covered Mass Effect. being
Oh, I
delayed.
thought it was a delayed till late 2016.
No,
Anyways.
it's late to 2017. We discussed this last week.
You know I don't listen to you.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Anyways, a game I'm very excited for. No Man's Sky has got an official release date. 21st of June on both PlayStation and PC. It will cost $59.99.
Oh,
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, but it's an infinite game. So you can play it from now on till the end of the world.
I can do that with all my games, but that doesn't mean they are infinite.
This game it's not infinite, but there's 5 billion planets to discover. And it's not just, small spore-like planets. It's planet-sized planets. You could play the game on one planet and never leave and play it forever. And then you could go off to some other planet and play it forever again.
I actually want to play that game, but it costs money, so I probably won't.
I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play the shit out of it because
I'm gonna have you
I'm
buy
excited.
it for me.
I'll probably buy it.
I mean, it's like Minecraft on a universal scale.
Yeah, I guess.
Is that- Can you say that?
Planetarian scale.
Yeah. It's like Spore in Minecraft had a kid, and it was better than Spore.
Can you actually travel between planets, or is it like Minecraft that you just load from one planet to the other?
You can travel through the entire universe.
Okay, good.
And-
So I like it.
And the main goal of the game is to get to the center of the galaxy. And the game creator himself said, I haven't done it. And there's probably only going to be like 20 people who is able to do it because it takes a long time.
So you have to just find it yourself.
No, you know where the center of the galaxy is, I think. But it takes a long time because it's a universe.
To be honest, I think they should. Well, if it isn't put up like that, I think there should be a version of the game where you don't know where the center of the universe is, so you have to look for it. I think that would make it more interesting.
Then you'll just be looking.
But you're not encouraged to go to one place.
Is this the center?
Okay, so you start on planet X, and you're not encouraged. You are encouraged to find the center of the universe, but you're not told where it is.
Yeah, I don't even know if you're told where it is, and you're not even encouraged to. It's a game all about exploration. You know, you're planted on this planet, and you upgrade your ship or whatever, and you can visit new planets.
I mean, are there possibilities that you go on one planet and it's completely deserted, and then you go on another and there's a civilization and everything?
Yeah,
I'm gonna love that game.
It's absolutely random, and it's absolutely infinite. You will not see the same animals on different planets. You will not see the same trees.
Sounds really cool.
Yeah,
sounds really awesome.
And it's math. Everything is just
we
math.
are going to have to cover that on a later episode, but we have to do the news now.
It is news. It was the news.
But we've gone into a discussion.
Yeah. Anyways, the news is over.
I have a tiny bit of news.
Oh, yeah.
We spoke about earlier that there are some forms of channels on YouTube which are cancerous to the community.
Yeah.
One of the reactors has stopped making reaction videos.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. Jinx Reload, him, he has stopped making reaction videos.
How many subscribers did he have?
1 million.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
He said that he stopped because he didn't enjoy making them anymore.
Yeah, but in reality...
I don't think he's enjoyed making them at any point.
No.
It doesn't look like he enjoyed it. But I mean, it's my...
Yeah, anyway, he stopped making them, so that's great. One step further to a good YouTube community.
Yeah.
Yes.
And clean from cancer.
Great. And you've got a bit of... It's not really news.
It's The Division. It's out. It's great. It's fun. It has very bad reviews already.
How?
But as far as I've seen on Steam, at least, the reviews goes from it's like a 45%. 45% say good about it, and the rest say bad about it.
But you know, the Steam community is not really professional because they log in and if
they
it's not working
for 2 hours and then they go, no, it's bad.
Yeah, and
because most of the people who actually buy it or you pre-order it, they do the thing like they buy the game, and on the release date they play it, and you can't really. It's a multiplayer game in a sense. Then you can't really expect from the service to keep up that much. At least in the start, you shouldn't be able to at least count on it because it's a brand new game. And so it'll restart a couple of times, and people hate that.
And that's where Ubisoft, I think, should have prepared for that.
But I mean, it wasn't Ubisoft who is like Ubisoft maybe gave some money to the producers or whatever, to the people who make the game. They didn't really had anything to do.
I mean, it's Ubisoft Studios mostly, but I played the game yesterday and I had absolutely no problem in connecting to any of the servers. I got thrown off the server once, and then I could log straight back in. I mean, it was a minor inconvenience, but usually multiplayer games have terrible launches where the servers are just shit and it takes like a week.
Yeah.
But I think the Division is actually doing quite good in terms of just staying online.
Yeah, like compared to maybe World of Warcraft, I've heard a lot of bad stuff about those games because that's like massive multiplayer online games. Where Division maybe, as far as I've seen, it's not really. I mean, you can be like 30 people in a room.
Yeah, but I mean, it depends on the.
I'm very positive about the game.
Yeah, I think it's a great game so far, and I think all the negative reviews are mainly just.
People will play for 2 hours and then like,
Yeah, or people who
It's
logged in right when the servers opened and discovered that they had minor problems. It doesn't really matter. It's a great game.
You're wrong, but whatever.
Why am I wrong? You haven't even played the game.
Well, I know that you have to stay in the line to get to.
That's amazing feature. I love it. It's the best thing ever. In the start of the game, you have to identify it yourself. There's a little bug. You can't do it multiple people at a turn, at a time. So you actually just have to either just cramp in front of everyone and just hope that you get the turn, which is like minimal, or either you make a line full of people.
Yeah, and you were standing in line.
I was standing there for maybe 5 minutes. It was amazing, so funny. People were like running around, and then the server actually reset, which was kind of good for me. Then I guess I logged in like 30 seconds in, And then I was the first in the line. Then I got to do it.
I think as we were discussing, well, it's a minor thing, but you've heard about WoW and stuff doing this too, and
it shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah, but it's something you overlook when you're making a game this massive, and it's something that shouldn't be overlooked, but it doesn't really ruin the experience. And if people just had the courtesy of waiting around and to actually see the game instead of just waiting for like 5 minutes, well, I can't get through the game and just writing a bad Steam review. It's just,
you know what? It literally takes 2 seconds to do the computer thing.
Yeah.
So it's like you stand there for maybe 2 minutes.
And as you said, people have been standing there for 40 minutes, but it's a minor...
because then multiple people are just idiots and doing the same thing over and over
again. It doesn't really ruin
then
the
it's
game.
The community is...
You can be pretty sure that people are going to figure out that there can only be one person on the computer at a time, and some people are going to be like, I control people here. So they're going to stand there and do nothing.
But that's douches, and it doesn't really ruin the game. I don't think so.
No, but it's not even a part of the game. It's just a thing.
Yeah, but
it's not a bug. It's a feature.
It doesn't really ruin the game at all. I don't think, and it's not a thing that you should take away from the game because the game is so much more amazing. I mean,
it's graphically amazing.
Yeah,
I love it. Oh,
it's not a review, but let's get on to the topics.
Woo,
son.
Mine first.
Yeah.
My topic of the week is as follows. Okay, so we have all these smart devices, smartphones, and etc.
Yeah.
And most of them are like Samsung and Apple. They have the huge flagships, the
S7s and
and new iPhones and everything. And I would like to discuss if you think these new upgrades are worth it at all. I didn't Samsung reveal the new S7.
If you pre-ordered the S7, you actually get one of those
the VR things.
Yes, with it for free.
Woo.
That's amazing, I think.
I mean, usually I am talked about amongst our friends as the Apple nerd, and people usually get really upset about the fact that I don't own the newest iPhone, and they kind of tease me, "Oh, you don't have the newest iPhone." And I usually just respond, well, I don't care because I know more about it than you. And it's not really amongst our friends, but in past schools I've had that where people kind of come up to me because I don't really care about having the newest thing. I mean,
to be honest, you don't need the newest thing because the thing. I'm going to use an example I saw in a video of a guy speaking about this very same topic. So when Samsung had their Galaxy, I think it was the S2 or something.
Yeah.
When they announced that the next iPhone, the next phone would have like it can tell the seismic readings of the Earth and everything. Yeah. Like, well, cool. When am I going to use it? Never. I don't work with
earthquakes,
with Earth and everything. I just go on my phone and browse Facebook. I don't need all this stuff.
It's a cool feature, but
it has. They keep adding features that you can argue that you don't need them, and you're just paying more for them.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason for me to upgrade would be speed. I don't really need all the other features as long as I can check my YouTube, check my Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, send some texts. I don't care.
Then we're fine. But I can see when you there are some reasons to upgrade to one of the new iPhones. If you have one of the older iPhones, then you can't use an Apple Watch. Say if you want an Apple Watch.
Yeah.
They get outdated kind of quick, I guess.
But
quick sometimes.
I mean, my iPhone is 4 years old, and I'm not feeling like upgrading. I mean, I could easily wait a couple of years.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll get a new one when the 7 is announced, but we'll see. I think the most stupid thing to upgrade is the Apple Watch, because you pay it feels like billions of dollars, but you pay like $1,000 for a stainless steel watch, and in a year it's going to be obsolete, so why? I mean, you don't really need the annual upgrades for that thing.
If it ain't broke, make it obsolete and sell it again.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I just say one thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love the feature that phones can be waterproof.
Yeah.
That's the amazing feature.
I don't know why Samsung got rid of that feature.
They still have it. S7.
They've added. Yeah, the S7 is waterproof
Wait,
again.
S6 doesn't have it.
S6 isn't waterproof.
What?
Yeah, they got rid of it from the 5 to the 6
But they
and
went
then
from
added it in.
5 adds waterproof. Then the 6, no, it's not waterproof anymore.
This one's waterproof.
Yeah, but that's a 5.
Yeah, exactly.
It's an active as well, isn't it?
What?
It's yeah, it doesn't really matter. Michael is sitting back there and it's kind of pissing me off because it's our podcast and we choose what to talk about and what not to talk about. And this is relevant to the fucking subject, so shut up. That was for all of you haters. I'm not really mad. I just like being dramatic. It's all for dramatic effect. Anyways,
As always, there.
We are still on topic.
Yeah, and
because we are on my topic.
yeah, exactly. And I think it's relevant with computers as well. But I don't. This computer is like 4 years old and it's still fast enough to do most things.
Yeah.
We can, if we talk about desktop computers, you can, well, my PC is 3 years old now, or more than 3 years old. I can just, my graphics card is a bit old, I'll just replace my graphics card and keep everything else, because that's still fine.
Yeah.
In that way, it's still kind of cheap.
Yeah.
Like,
it's cheaper than buying a whole new PC.
It's expensive the first time you buy a PC, but the upgrades are relatively cheap.
Yeah, and you can do that on the go.
Yeah, exactly.
Whenever you actually want to.
Yeah. And there's not really any reason to upgrade the processors because we've reached a technological point and whatever where it's like 5% faster speed. So you wouldn't really notice it, but again, there's optimizations for gaming and stuff.
Compatibility between different pieces of hardware, but everything is going to fit
nicely. Yeah. If you've got one of the new i processors, it's gonna work.
Yeah,
you'll be fine.
With the Skylake processor, you need a different kind of motherboard because it has a different socket.
Yeah, exactly.
And but that's the only thing. And then Haswell has this thing as well.
Yeah,
but that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you okay. Just a minute. Cut this out.
No, we'll keep it on. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll just keep talking about this.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So we can do this.
So we're gonna cut that out.
We're gonna keep it in.
Keep it in.
Keep it in. Anyways, if you want to know more about computers, we can do something because I'm gonna build a computer in like 3 months or something, and we could do a whole vlog thing. But if you want it,
I want to see that.
If you want it, write in the comments below.
Whatever.
Michael will film it, and I'll just talk.
Yeah, I think that was everything on my topic of the day.
Yeah.
I think we covered it pretty much.
Have you heard about the phone, the block phones? I think they call it.
Well, are we talking about the thing where you get the screen and then you can get different pieces
you get the screen
depending on what you want?
Yeah, if you want a bigger battery, you want a better camera.
That has been people have been talking about that for like 4 years now.
Yeah, and it's still in development.
It's still not coming out.
There's like four corporations who are trying to build this, but it's kind of tough to build it because it's hard to do components in the right way.
I mean, yeah, exactly, because there's a lot of with speed and connections, and it's a whole. But in the recent LG phone, you could take off the bottom and switch out the battery for a bigger one, or a smaller battery and a new component, or whatever. It's actually kind of neat, but that's an. I think that they mainly do non-upgradable stuff because they make more money. Doing
of course, it's a corporation. You need money to at least
spend money.
Need money to spend money. Basically, if you want a great phone, just buy a great phone. Doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah,
if it's in the Galaxy S3, if that's better for you, buy it. It will hold probably a good amount of years.
Yeah, exactly.
If you handle it well.
If you don't break it.
If you don't break it, all's fine.
If it ain't broke, it's probably obsolete, but it's probably fine as well.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's it.
That's it.
My topic. We're not gonna open that. My topic is has to do with fuck off.
Fuck off, mate.
Michael is gonna beat him up. But my topic is about something I forgot because someone's knocking on the door. But it's about game reviews.
Mm-hmm.
And whether or not you think the old traditional way of giving it a 10 out of 10 is obsolete.
So that's your question.
No, but the question is it obsolete, or should we switch over to some game reviews are switching over to the recommend, do not recommend. You know, Nerdcube is doing something he's got a scale of would recommend to a friend, would not recommend to a friend. You should probably play it if it's on discount someday, and you know. So
are we talking about? I still don't understand your question. Is it just reviews in general?
Is it obsolete to review games on a 10 out of 10 basis?
Oh, that format.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say yes, because it's too easy to give a review. Like, what is a 10 out of 10?
That's a perfect game.
What is a perfect game? Because it's all about...
It's all
The Last of Us.
Yeah, sure, for you, that's a 10 out of 10. But for me, a 10 out of 10, that's World of Warcraft.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a problem with the scales. It's subjectivity, but you've got a subjectivity in all gaming reviews and all reviews in general. But
I think that there could be a better format than giving the 10 out of 10 scale. I think they could use recommend, not recommend would be more viable and would be not as biased. Often when a game is released or when it's announced in trailers and everything, we get those PC Gamer, it gives it 10 out of 10, perfect game, amazing, great game.
And then you play it, it's full of bugs.
And then you play it and it's like, well, it's not what I wanted and what I thought it was.
So the game for me.
Yeah.
And
that's where the 10 out of 10 becomes obsolete, actually.
Yeah.
I think you can do the 10 out of 10 thing if you know the reviewer as a personality, but if it's just a score they put you know, like I've got reviewers that I know play the same kind of games as I do, and when they give a game 10 out of 10, I know, well, I'm gonna think it's probably at least 9 out of 10.
Yeah, because you know how he compares them to whatever. And
exactly.
All those things.
And that's why I think the recommended for a friend or whatever you do is a great scale, because you can say, well, I would recommend this to an MMO player, and you would know as an MMO player, well, I'm probably gonna play that game. But if you're not an MMO player, you could say, well, I'm not gonna play it.
Yeah,
we could take it one step further and say, you know, the reviewers, they review every kind of game. But if we had a player who is interested in specifically MMO games, then he reviews only MMO games.
Exactly.
There's a guy who's interested in platformers. He only plays platformers. And that way we could get like, this guy likes this, so he would know when it's good or when it's not good.
Yeah. And I think we should do that moving forward.
I think that would be the ideal thing to do, but I don't think it's financially stable, because not enough platforms are released during a month for that person to make a living of doing reviews.
But you can do it with... I mean, I don't think that thing with having special reviewers for special genres of games would be viable, as you said. But I think we should do the recommended thing, because
it's a better way to do it. Yeah, I agree.
And I think if we ever do, and we're probably at some point gonna do game reviews. Hopefully, we would do the recommended for like The Division, for example. I would recommend The Division for casual, multiplayer, interested, third-person RPG
it's very specific.
Playing
gamers.
It's
like saying the thing. But then I would. The Division is a game for, I would say, with people who have friends to play it with, or really just want to play alone.
Yeah, and that's...
And want to go on an adventure on your own, because it's basically an adventure game.
And I mean, again, I've got the whole role-playing thing going. I'm a lone wanderer, just bringing justice to the Manhattan area. And you can play The Division in a lot of different ways, but this is not a review. But again, someone like Søren may not like it because he likes the CSGO multiplayer thing. I like it because I like the Uncharted third-person...
immersion.
Yeah,
immersion,
exactly. And it's a great game for me, but not so great for Søren, and that's why we need the recommended for a specific kind of gamer.
It's not a bad game for me, I just prefer other games.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's why you can look at a game and say, well, it looks good, but it's not for me. And if reviewers did that, I would think it would be a more fair playing field.
But if like a reviewer said, it's a good game, but it's not for me. What kind of rating would he give it? Like a 1 out of 10?
No,
Would it be biased by his opinion? Like it's a 2 because I don't like this type of game. Because most people, well, no, not most people. We talked about this sometime.
Reviewers shouldn't use their own opinion. Like, I don't really like this, so I give it a lower score.
They should say the mechanics are great, the blah 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 is great, the blah 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 is great.
Look at the technical things. Even if somebody is interested, he should also focus on the objective things about the game, not about, well, I like this kind of thing.
Well,
but it's always going to be biased.
Which type of reviewers do you think you two would be?
I would be the kind of I would recommend this game to this kind of gamer because I don't like the 10 out of 10 scale.
Yeah, okay.
I wouldn't do the 10 out of 10 format either because, well, it doesn't really. What am I going to do with an 8 out of 10? I don't know what that means.
I mean,
exactly.
If you want,
I don't speak numbers.
if you like the 1 out of 10 or whatever, you could do the. For a gamer who likes this type of game, it's a 9 out of 10. But for the average gamer who does really like the genre, it's a 5 out of 10.
I think that's really hard for a reviewer.
Yeah, exactly.
That's still like, well, I'm going to use the scoring system 0 to 10, but I'm going to do the other thing where I recommend. It's like, well, I'm using kind of both, but I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly.
The individual parts, like the storytelling in the game, it's a 10 out of 10. The graphics in the game, it's a 7 out of 10.
But IGN did that once, and they made an average of all those scores, and it's too specific and it's too hard to really get into. So anyways, I think they should be more subjective in an objective way with the recommended thing. But Herman, what's your topic?
That was a quick transition. My topic is movies and games, like when they not collaborate, what's called like the adaptations of a game turns into a movie or the other way around.
Yeah,
like Lara Croft and now the Warcraft movie and what's called the
Assassin's Creed. Is Lara Croft becoming a movie?
It has, the one with Angelina Jolie where she's wearing
Tomb Raider. That's
Tomb Raider. Yeah,
sorry.
She's wearing absolutely no clothes. Shorts that only cover the basics.
Pointy tits.
No, you would have thought I would have noticed that.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh. I'm gonna have to check up on that.
Wow.
I think you.
What did you draw from what I just said? I just
usually
check out the movie.
Oh, the movie.
Yeah.
Okay, let's stop it here.
Usually, it's usually movie adaptations of games are bad.
Yeah, that's the general opinion about it. But I won't see Assassin's Creed be a good movie per se. Well, I'll see Warcraft as an amazing movie.
Yeah, because you like the game.
That's because you like the thing.
Yeah, but I can relate to it. But
I mean, it's the same way I'm gonna think the Warcraft movie is subpar, maybe, but I'm gonna like
it. Won't be a good game for people who have no idea what's happening.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
But I am gonna say, well, it's a mediocre movie. But I'm gonna like
how the movie
Uncharted.
is done. The movie can be done really well, but it depends on whether or not the targeted group for the movie is going to be like, well, we're going to expect the targeted group to know everything about this universe.
Yeah, exactly.
So they don't explain anything, or they explain everything because they assume that nobody knows.
Yeah, where the people who actually knows the stuff are like, oh, come on,
I know all this. Come on,
that's a sword. I know that.
I know that sword from that guy. He was 1,000 years old, and it's like, well, you know what that sword is, and you know the story behind everything, and then you're going to enjoy not being told everything. Whereas you wouldn't, if you don't know, you would enjoy being told.
Is there a middle thing?
Yeah, you have to strike that balance between. If
like
you want,
I don't think there is a middle thing.
No, because
it's like this. The sweet spot is right in the middle, but it doesn't really.
It's kind of like. Okay, I'm going to try to. Okay, so imagine that you attend a new school.
Yeah.
Immediately, what you try to do is make literally everyone like you.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Exactly, and then you end up
like that.
And then you end up making the nerds like you because you belong in the nerd group.
Yeah,
and
then the people in the popular group who don't go on the internet and all that often because it's for nerds.
Yeah,
they're gonna think, well, he goes on the internet a lot. I don't like that. I don't like him.
Yeah, exactly.
But then you desperately try to make everybody like you. It's kind of like that with movie adaptations.
Yeah. And the trouble is, you can't really make a movie for the guys isn't into the game, because if you try to do that, the guys who are really into the game doesn't like the movie, and then it ends up being a bad movie.
Was Tomb Raider a bad movie?
It was okay. I mean, I've seen them both. I've never played the games.
The same here.
I thought it was an okay movies, but I don't think it's
just an amazing movie, but it's fine.
Yeah, I mean,
Silent Hill.
That's a great movie, but
the second one is.
I haven't seen the second one. I've seen the first one, I think.
I saw the one that came out in 2012.
In the cinema?
I don't remember.
No, not in the cinema.
London?
No.
What?
Anyway, but
anyways,
the Silent Hills movies are also scary movies. What's it called?
Yeah.
Horror movies.
Horror movies, yeah, exactly. And horror games.
Resident Evil.
Isn't it?
Yeah, horror games and horror movies are actually very similar, because you're looking at a screen, jump scares, you're creating tension with music and creepy stuff.
But the thing with games is you create the interaction yourself.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and that makes them more scary. But
Yeah.
you can make a good scary movie out of a scary game, because it's basically the same thing there.
Yeah.
And I think
So specific genres who can actually make a good movie.
yeah, but the Uncharted movie is gonna be bad. I think maybe the Last of Us movie is gonna be great, only because the creator of the game is actually working on the movie, and he's adapting. Because the main thing about movies created from games is that the game is like 10 hours long at least, and you've got a 2-hour long movie, and they're trying to do too much in the movie to make it feel like a game.
They have too much content to go through.
Yeah,
so they
exactly.
don't have time to go through it all.
And what Neil Druckmann, the guy behind the story in The Last of Us, is saying he wants to do, he is actually changing the story of The Last of Us to make it fit into a movie. Instead of making The Last of Us story into a movie, he's making a new story with the same beats, and yeah.
It's the same thing they're doing with the Warcraft movie. I think the Warcraft movie is set in a time period that hasn't actually been a part of the game itself.
No, it's
It's
not
set
in the games, but as far as I know, in the books they described.
Well, yeah, of course, but
books-
the game is based on the books as well.
Yeah,
Well,
books
but-
to movies is easier than
it's
games to movies.
as far as I remember, the Warcraft
because
is like first Warcraft 1, then books, some of the books, and then the games came and all that. So actually, the books wasn't the first thing.
The conclusion is usually they're bad because they're trying to do too much in the movies.
I don't even think it's just generally adaptations are bad. I just think that they depend on whether or not you will like it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really different.
It's subjective.
It's really difficult to tell if it's going to be a good movie or a bad movie, because some people are going to love it, regardless of it being good or bad.
Yeah.
And some people are going to look at it technically and think it's bad, or the storytelling is bad.
Exactly how I'm going to feel by Warcraft.
Exactly.
I will like it
And-
no matter what, because I know the characters.
And
That's amazing. That's awesome. I like it. Yeah.
and that's it.
That's
I
it.
think.
I think that's today's episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you done?
I think we're done. So thank you for watching. Comment in that down below area.
If you agree or disagree, all that jazz.
You know,
You have something
like,
to say to us?
dislike, subscribe if you like it. Yeah, and thank you very much for watching and
or listening. Either way.
and have a great Wednesday.
Yeah.